Scandinavian Bob here, hi. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, I have a technique I'm using that instantly cuts my worry with, well, I would estimate more than 50%. So make sure to stay with me to the end here because you do not want to miss this. Yeah, so I used to be a person who worried a lot. And I mean about almost everything, no matter how seemingly insignificant the task. Now, once I realized that I needed to stop obsessing about the outcome, everything changed for me. And now some of you say, but don't we have to set goals and then focus on them? And yes, you're right, we do have to set goals. But here's the thing, once you have set your goal and you clearly know what it is, you should stop obsessing on it. And so now some of you may be saying, but I can't just stop thinking about something, especially not something I care about. And again, you're right. The thing about our brain is that we can't just stop thinking about something. For example, if I tell you to not think of a clown right now, what do you think about? That's right, you're thinking of a clown. So once you have stated your outcome, the solution is to only focus on the steps and let the outcome take care of itself. And not even all the steps. If you're really overwhelmed, then sometimes you only focus on your first step. Now, do you know why this works so well? Well, it's because most often we do not have direct control over the outcome, but we always have control over our next step. You see, it's the lack of control, that we are not entirely sure how it will turn out, that makes us stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed. Let's say I have a job interview today at 2 p.m. Well, then obviously my goal is to get the job. But if I then start thinking, what if the boss doesn't like me? What if I don't get the job? What if I make a fool out of myself? Well, naturally, I'm going to get super nervous. Why? Because if I'm thinking like that, I'm now playing a losing battle, since I'm trying to fight things I can't control. I have no direct control of whether the boss is going to like me or not, but by instead focusing on the steps, I'm actually dealing with something I have control over, and there's power in that. And so now you say, yeah, I understand, but that's still easier said than done, isn't it? Yes, it is, but here's a little trick. Ask yourself, what's the next best step I can take? You see, by using the word best there, it becomes almost like a game and all your focus is shifting towards the steps. So let's say my job interview is 3 hours away and I'm freaking out because I'm focusing on the outcome. Well, then I ask myself, what is my next best step? Put some nice and respectable clothes on. Okay, I can do that. And after that is done, I again ask, what's my next best step? Well, I could make something to eat so I'm not hungry during my interview. Okay, I can do that. Oh wait, I can do that step even better. I could make my lunch out of vegetables, a bit of protein, and some healthy fats, and then low glycemic carbs to make my blood sugar stable during the interview so I have a clear mind. Wow, that's great. As you guys can see, now I'm focusing on things I actually have control over. And here you can clearly see how the word best is helping me to focus on the right thing. Okay, and so then I eat and ask myself, what's my next best step? Well, I'll drive to the workplace, and while I'm driving, I'm going to breathe slowly and deeply. That'll help me keep grounded. Again, that action is something I have control over. Then I get inside, and while I'm waiting in the waiting room, I ask myself, what's my next best step? Well, I can keep a good open posture when I'm meeting the boss. And then I'm just going to answer one question at a time to the best of my ability. The rest will take care of itself. It's amazing how well this works, because not only will it reduce your stress, but by asking yourself, what's my next best step? You will actually start looking for smart things to do that you can do. And that will significantly also increase your chances that the outcome turns out favorable. Now, obviously, these steps here were just examples, but the point is, you can do this with almost everything in your life. Whenever you feel completely overwhelmed, be brave enough to let go of the outcome and start asking, what's my next best step? Now, while this is a super effective technique, it may take a bit of practice for you to get the hang of. And if you're so stressed out right now that you are actually suffering with really high anxiety levels, then take a look at this video right here, as over there I talk about something that has worked amazingly well for my own anxiety that I was battling a few years back. It is something that reduced my anxiety in literally just 45 minutes after taking it. Just watch the video and you'll see exactly what I mean.